All right, action underway. Best of 3 finals here at 45 kilograms. In the red, Sammy Sanchez. In the blue, Sean Kenny. Kenny's brother, Paul, was on the world team last year. He was a world champ, and now Sean trying to follow in his brother's footsteps. Kenny taking a little bit more ground, and now Sanchez working forward. Sanchez trying to work from this short offense position. And it's going to be Sanchez on the clock. All right, so it's going to be Sanchez on the clock first. And a minute to go. If he doesn't score, then Kenny's going to get the first point of this match. Out of bounds. Is it grounded or not is the question, and it is grounded, so no points there for Sanchez. In his semifinal, Sanchez was able to get to a dump with a lot of effectiveness. .35 to go, and there goes the point for Kenny. First point of the match goes to blue. Sanchez working forward. These guys jockeying for position now, even though the match hasn't started. They got to get the clock just right. All right, the officials are going to take a look here. All right, so they're just taking a look. They want to make sure they get the clock right. Quick review, and then we'll be back to action. Okay, cool. All right, hey, we're back. They're still doing the review, and I'm joined by John Kozak.
Here, ready to go.
Kozak was over there covering the other semifinal, Matt. So
yeah,
you can let me know what I saw. At some point, I looked over and it looked like Kenny was either trailing or in a close one. What was his semifinal?
Yeah,
like?
Kenny, really close match. Yeah, in his semifinal bout against Farnsworth, he was able to score. I believe a couple one big four that really was the difference in that match, and then kind of hold on late. So it was 2-2 first period, and then big four for Kenny was the difference in the second period.
All right, well, they got the clock fixed here, so 15 seconds left in the period, and they're underway. And for Sanchez, it was really all about this inside tie to tricep control and dump. That was what he got his offense going with, but Kenny not giving it an opportunity. And I was like, I got to step away for a quick second, but I'll be joining you just in 1 second.
Kenny really successful with his double leg in his semifinal bout. See if he can get to that here in the finals. Relatively, very low scoring first period. You don't see any scores here early in the second. Likely see a wrestler get put on the clock. It's usually how they do it. And man, these 2-minute periods, they do fly by. So the start to this period as we get underway here in the second will be important. Sanchez, oh, nice little knee pick there, 2 offered. White paddled, but now he's gonna get 2. So Sanchez comes out, gets to his offense early. And looks like we're gonna see some more blood time here get cleaned up. So great start to the period for Sanchez. Securing that takedown. And now he's got that bloody nose, but and I said it right before the start of that period, man, 2-minute periods, they really do fly by. So getting to this offense early, very important for Sanchez, but we still got 1:38 to go. So we could see, likely will see a couple quick scoring exchanges. All right. Sanchez cleaned up. They're getting ready to go here. They want to wrestle, but still got to clean up the mat from that blood. All right, underway. 1:35 to go. Sanchez holding that 2-1 lead off the takedown early in the second. Kenny shot from the outside, gets caught underneath. Sanchez holding that left side underhook. Now he brings it up and kind of caught here. Oh, another little knee pick, modified dresser dump, and isn't able to get it that time, but 2-1, still holding that lead is Sanchez, and we're approaching the minute mark here in this match, and we got David Bray back, baby.
I'm back, and you know, we're lucky we get to see these guys in 2 matches minimum, maybe 3. So far, 2-1 here for Sanchez. Pressing the pace. There's that dump.
Oh, there it is.
That's that bread and butter of Sanchez, and he's trying to finish this off. Close to the fall, and he's got all the time in the world to settle. And there's the fall.
There it is. Wow.
Super persistent with that position, and he didn't get it all matched, and all of a sudden at the end, bang, ends it. Let me tell you something, Kozak. We got twin brothers, Jordan and Jaden Rainey.
Are they going to wrestle?
this is what their dad told me. He said they will duke it out, going 3 if they have to. The best man has got to win.
Love it.
Enjoy. And I said, hey, can we put that on a graphic and quote you? He said, yeah, of course, 100%. So
wow.
It's on the internet worldwide, and they're going to be coming up in just a few matches. I cannot wait for that. I didn't know how to tell the difference between the two of them until a couple days ago. And Jordan has a scar above his eye.
Yeah, how did it happen?
Well, his head was slammed in a door by a girl in his school.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And now we're underway here at 48 kilograms. We got Turner Ross here in the blue. Is it Henry?
Yep, Henry Aslikian in the red.
Aslikian in the red. I had Ross's semifinal. He's in on that single.
Aslikian uses his length to his advantage. He is really tough to beat. He had a tough one with Cameron Santz in the semifinal and got it done. Santz, really tough guy out of New Jersey, and Aslikian able to get past him. And he's, I think, the favorite probably here against Turner Ross. Ross very tough though.
Yeah, Ross spent a lot of time underneath, kind of on his knees, but you know, he's able to match the length here, and it'll be interesting to see. He's stingy, kind of seems like he's really challenging to open up. Just when you think you're going to score on him, he's able to defend. So he likes to kind of wrestle from his knees.
That tendency for wrist control. Oh wow, there's Aslikian getting close, and there's that trick knee. Aslikian trying to step over it. Turner Ross, yeah, that length. Look at him, still locked in the crotch there, even though he's all the way stretched out. And there's the takedown.
Yeah.
Good persistence there from Aslikian. Was able to adjust positions, and now he's got a gut wrench, elbow to elbow. Man, he's like further than elbow to elbow.
Yeah.
He's like grabbing one elbow and his other hand's in his own armpit.
Those long, long arms there, yeah.
That earlier takedown defense of Turner Ross, you saw that tendency to defend by grabbing wrists, and that, you know, you see guys like Seth Gross do that so well over the years. Little duck attempt, but it's Ross with a re-attack. Grounded so far is the call.
Yeah, grounded the call. Man, he kind of timed that re-attack perfectly off of Aslikian's duck.
That was one of those where Ross had to decide, did he want to sell out for the takedown or stay on his feet and get the guaranteed one? And can't blame him for going for the takedown, but it didn't work out for him.
Yeah, and because of that, Aslikian holds the 2-0 lead at the break. Some fun little exchanges there, not a ton of points. I'm sure we'll see more in the second period, though.
Yeah, I think so. And it's tough, these 4-minute matches. These guys are used to wrestling 6 minutes in their high school matches, so they gotta, and you know, a lot of them, most of the matches they wrestle are against competition that's not really on their level. So these are probably some of the first tournaments they're entering where they've got to really manage a 4-minute match, and sometimes that results in a little bit lower pace. Man, I'm watching the Rainies warm up, and it's one of the first times I've ever seen them warm up not just right next to each other.
Yeah.
Minute 34. Aslikian with that narrow 2-0 lead. A takedown would give Turner Ross the lead. 2 one-point scores wouldn't be enough. Aslikian taking ground. He's going to try to pull Turner Ross up. Minute 10 to go. Still just 2-0. Aslikian shot, taking ground. Passivity offered there, but just white paddled.
Yeah, at this point, with only 45 seconds to go, be surprised if we see anybody put on the clock here.
And even if a Slickian was put on the clock, it's not a huge advantage for Ross because a step out still wouldn't do it.
Yeah, the takedown would be criteria, yep.
.25 seconds left in this one. Can Turner Ross get a takedown, or is he gonna have to try to figure it out between match 1 and 2? Slickian threatening so much with that elbow control.
Just 9 seconds to go. We're gonna see one last sprint from Ross here. He looks frustrated.
Shot. Just a solid head hands defense there for a Slickian down block, and he takes match 1 in this best of 3 series.
And really, Ross only close to scoring just that one time on the edge of the mat, tried to finish, wasn't able to, and that was the difference for Slickian. So he takes match 1. But man, 2-0. We're likely to see another close one there in match 2.
Here we go. We got 51 kilos coming up. Dom Munaretto in another battle with Kikinov. He had a couple battles, 3 battles in Greco in the best of 3 finals.
Their semifinal is so close. Munaretto comes out on top, and man, those guys were battling for sure. But Munaretto looking to make his second world team, well, his 3rd overall world team. Already made the Greco side of things. Now looking to make freestyle this weekend.
We're already guaranteed to have 1 repeat world teamer, 1 Greco and freestyle world teamer, 2-style world teamer this year.
Yeah.
We just don't know who it is yet. It's going to be either Jordan or Jaden Rainey, and maybe Dom Munaretto, but he's got to get past Alex Rosas, who very tough, looked great in the semifinal, and he is a big 51-kilo wrestler.
Yeah. Munaretto already a U17 world champ 2 years ago. That was down all the way at 45 kilos. Up at 51, a little bit of a bigger bracket, deeper field, and Munaretto, nice job, navigating a tough bracket all the way to the finals.
Dom Munaretto, part of a really strong St. Charles East high school program in Illinois. There's a shot and well defended by Rosas. Munaretto looking chest wrap. Smart there for Munaretto not to just keep pulling on that position. He didn't have it.
Yeah, definite size or length advantage for Rosas.
And that's going to be passivity against Munaretto. He'll go on the clock first. Yeah, you're right. Rosas does look way bigger. Munaretto, highly credentialed, but size makes a big difference in some of these matchups. 35 to go in the period, halfway through this activity clock. There's going to be the point for Rosas on the expired passivity clock, activity clock. At the break, getting a little bit of instruction, and then these guys will be back to action. Two matches away from that Rainey Brothers showdown. I'm really curious what they're going to do about the corners.
Yeah. I mean, can't imagine the dad's going to be in any of them, right?
I would doubt it. I would doubt it. Underhook. Munaretto moving forward. He knows. Oh, wow. Nice little duck. Gets around behind. Munaretto going to get the takedown. Knee hit. It's 2-0. Gut wrench, he's tough here, and not gonna get it out of bounds. Caution and 1. And we may see forced parterre. Yes, we will. Ruled that Rosas didn't try hard enough to stay in bounds. Munaretto dropping down to a leg lace. Head in the hole, leg lace. And he's, close to it, but I don't know about close. He started getting a little motion going. Wasn't able to get the turn. 3-1, Munaretto leads. Takedown will do it still though for Rosas.
We haven't seen Rosas get that close yet to a takedown. Munaretto been pretty stingy in his defense.
Shot, Rosas, good defense there from Munaretto, and man, being down there in short offense is an advantage for Munaretto. He's pretty handy with the pancake. He's got good head pinch, good chest wrap, and he tries to throw this underhook by to a leg. Rosas defends, 35 to go.
Yeah, Munaretto, you can tell he's really comfortable in that underhook. And he's defending everything so far that's been thrown at him.
$19 seconds left. What's Rosas' go-to late attack? We're gonna find out. Munaretto's underhook still so formidable. Just a thumb block from Munaretto stops that last level change, and Munaretto with a 1-0 lead after match number 1. We'll see those guys in the best of 3, or excuse me, in match 2 of the best of 3 pretty soon.
Moving up to 55 kilos, we're gonna see Slater Hicks taking on Keanu Dillard.
Did he say anything to you?
Dillard in the red, Hicks in the blue. And I saw Hicks's semifinal, some big double legs, quick tuck fall in his semi. Dillard, closer match, just 2-0 over Sledzianowski. Curious to see how this one plays out here.
Yeah, he's been tough. Well, both these guys have been tough. Gotta be a little more specific. Dillard looked really good in the finals, but I mean, Slater Hicks he's been scoring a whole lot of points this tournament. Keanu Dillard had to get past a really tough Lincoln Sledzianowski. Tight match. He actually won on two activity points, which you don't see a whole lot, not super often, but he keeps really good position. You can tell he trains with Chance Marsteller.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Dillard elevates it on a low-level attack, and he's going to get one for sure. Going to look for this finish, not going to get it. So 1-0. Keanu Dillard strikes first. In these 4-minute matches, scoring first changes the entire tone of the match.
Yeah. Yeah, scoring first, scoring early in periods seems to be really, really important.
You know, one of the things that's got to be on the officials' minds in scoreless matches, especially 4 minutes, is who goes on the clock. And once you start putting points up, it's less of a priority to figure that out.
Right.
Looks like right now, though, Hicks still going to go on the clock. So Dillard now with an opportunity for another point if Hicks can't score.
Dillard really looks to try to dig that left side underhook. Seems like he likes to be there. But Hicks counters with an underhook of his own.
There's that point for the expired activity clock. Dillard comes up just in bounds, and they're going to circle back to center. 30 to go, first period. Shot Hicks. Dillard's got him stretched out. Hicks elevates. Dillard still defending. 8 seconds here.
White paddles, white paddles. So no points, grounded.
Hicks wanted a point for a step out because he picked Dillard up and put his foot down out of bounds. 3 seconds left in this period. They're headed to the corners, and if you're Hicks, you're probably encouraged by the fact that you're able to get in on Dillard's legs. It's something you can build on.
Yeah. Yeah, now, priority, going to be scoring quick, trying to come forward, and maybe potentially putting Dillard on the clock, getting a point. That would be huge, because then it's just a step out away, just 1 point away.
Hard snap, Hicks. A slide by attempt there, Hicks. Now Dillard's in deep. Head outside attack, close to the finish. Nothing yet, and there's the takedown. 4-0, Keanu Dillard in control. Minute 35 to go.
Yeah, big takedown there from Dillard, and now puts him in great position. We're under 90 seconds to go in this match. Hicks really in a hole, and I'm sure he feels that urgency.
Dillard to the leg again. Super effective with that attack, and gonna get the one at a minimum, and there's two.
Yeah, two confirmed.
6-0. Chance Marsteller in the corner was hoping maybe there's exposure. He held up 4 fingers, but just the 2. Snap Hicks. Dillard now has him pulled down in a short offense. .45 to go. Keanu Dillard has just had all the answers so far in match 1 of this best of 3. And grounded out of bounds is the call.
Yeah, seeing Hicks's, semifinal and even his, throughout his tournament, knowing his potential to score big points, even more impressive for Dillard.
Yeah, Dillard is just positionally so sound, and obviously has really solid attacks as well. He's going to take match 1, and it's going to be Keanu Dillard with that 1-match advantage in match number 2, which will be coming up right at the conclusion of this set of matches.
All right, David, here we go. 60 kilos, Rainey versus Rainey.
They're both these guys, big smiles on their faces. They're ready to battle. You got to imagine we've seen this one many times, and Jordan's going to be in the blue, Jaden in the red.
We're going to have to call them by their first names, right?
We are, yes. We are. So Jordan in the blue, Jaden in the red. Action underway. Jordan and Jaden Rainey, and there is a shot right away from Jordan. He's in deep on this attack. Jaden trying to defend, and Quad paw now is the position. Jordan gonna get the takedown, so he strikes first. It's 2-0. Jordan looking for a gut wrench. Jaden steps over.
Wow.
2 points. So I've seen Jaden do that in Greco and freestyle alike, and now it's 2-2. Jaden in the lead on criteria. Jaden did that in the semifinal match earlier.
Yeah, and we had interviewed Jordan after he made the U17 Greco team. He tried to tell us they're not identical twins. And Jordan with the double leg.
Jordan's, oh man, this could be big, but Jaden turns down. And, oh, this time Jordan gonna get the turn, so it's 6-2. Jaden tried to put him on his back again, and another turn. 8-2, Jordan in the lead. And it's worth noting, Jordan competed at 60 kilos in Greco, Jaden at 55.
Yep.
Jaden tried to make 55 and then ended up at the last minute deciding to go up to 60. So Jordan with a significant size advantage here.
Yeah, Jordan, you know, he also said Jaden started out heavier than him when they were deciding who should go 55.
Jaden close, man. And then he made the cut down.
And then Jaden made the cut down anyways, because Jordan made it last year.
Both these guys already competing in Jordan. Well, that's awkward.
The country of Jordan.
The country of Jordan for the U17 World Championships in Greco. Jaden's going to have to be down to 55 kilos for that. Jaden in deep, low-level attack. He's got 2 laces locked up.
Wow.
It's 6-8. Jaden, can he get this to go again? Jordan's got his arm in between that lock, and now Jaden's going to run up to the head. And that's going to come back up to their feet. 18 seconds left. These guys wrestle at an insane pace. No surprise when you put both of them together on the mat. It's 14 points in the first minute 45. So far, all 2-point scores. So if Jaden is able to get another takedown, that'll give him the lead on criteria.
8-6, Jordan in the lead. Man, fun one here. And usually you see familiarity, which how could you be any more familiar than twin brothers? But usually you see it low scoring, you know, not a ton of points. These guys, they're firing away, putting up some points here.
Yeah.
14 points in 2 minutes.
For them, 14 points in 2 minutes might be low scoring. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think Jordan's Greco tournament, he wrestled like, it might have been before the best of 3 or something like 4 minutes total. Back to action. Jordan with that 8-6 lead. Shot, Jordan. Jaden stepped out of it. Another shot attempt there for Jordan. Snap, Jaden. Nice little re-attack off the snap for Jordan. He's in deep, trying to attack the head. He's got this leg elevated now. Jaden trying to get that whizzer in and not out of bounds yet. Jordan tried to go big. 2 offered and 2 confirmed, so it's 10-6. Jordan leading Jaden with 1:17 to go.
Yeah, so we talked about the corners. Jordan has Brian Medlin and Ermac Kardanov in his corner. Jaden has Brooks Black and Cannon Webster in his.
I wouldn't be shocked if they just like switched coaches next corner. 55 seconds to go. Jordan, nice little snap attempt, looking for a go behind. Jaden ends up on a leg, and if he can pull Jordan up, he may get a point, but it's going to be grounded as they go out of bounds. That was one of those exchanges where familiarity came into play. 35 to go. Jaden taking a little bit of ground. Hard snap. Jordan looking for a cradle. And going to get 1 on the step out. 11-6. Got to imagine. Going to see a sprint here from Jaden. Hard snap there from Jaden. Jaden gets to the leg. Comes up to the body. No takedown yet. Jaden's trying to chase that other. Oh, Jaden's got this lock on the leg, and Jaden gonna bump him down. 8-11.
Needs 2 turns, needs 2 turns.
Tight gut. Jordan's parterre defense too much in that one. So Jordan Rainey takes match 1 11-8 over his brother Jaden. And Jordan with the advantage as they head into the second match of the series.
Yeah, man, really fun match there. Curious to see how match 2 is going to play out. And that, you know, that one, it was like Jordan ahead and then Jaden kind of closing the distance. Jordan leading, Jaden closing the distance. So be curious to see if Jaden can take match 2. Really fun one. Really glad they're putting it on the line out there.
100%. And we're going to go up to 65 kilos next. I had Kellen Wolbert's match. This is a guy who wrestles just a furious pace. He makes mistakes. He gives up points on making mistakes, but makes up for it, or has been able to make up for it with just a relentless pace. But I didn't get to see Nathaniel Askew. How did he look?
Askew scored a big 4 early, held position the entire match, kind of shut it down, and won a 4-4 on criteria. So maybe 2 clashing styles. Sounds like it. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah,
as this my prediction is as this match wears on, Wolbert's pace will become a factor. I don't know if he'll win, but you're going to see. I think you're going to see that happen as the match wears along. Askew from Georgia. He's wearing a Tar Heel Wrestling Club singlet. There's a shot. Wolbert on the edge. Askew about puts him on his back. Ends up getting a takedown instead. It's 2-0. Now Askew looking for a gut wrench. He's got this lock pretty tight. Wolbert trying to defend and back to their feet. Minute 16.
Yeah, Askew, you know, I said he held position, but he also really towards the end started conceding ground and gave up a couple cautions. So he's going to need to be careful, not just holding on to the lead, trying to continue to score as the match progresses.
Minute to go, first period. Wolbert picking up that hand fight, picking up his pace. There's that collar tie. Wolbert moving forward, looking snaps. You can tell Wolbert does not like that wrist control of Askew. Now 2-on-1 for Askew. Slowing Wolbert's pace a little bit. Wolbert clears it. .25 to go. Shot, Wolbert. Askew catches it coming in. He's in a head pinch position. Wolbert trying to force that elbow inside so that Askew loses the leverage. 13 seconds to go in the first. .20 Askew. So far, his positioning has prevented Wolbert from being able to really open things up.
Yeah, and you know that we've kind of said throughout the finals, only those 2-minute periods. If you got good defense, if you're able to hold good position, you don't have much time on the other side to get your offense going.
Wolbert, of course, Ben Askren in the corner, part of that Askren Wrestling Academy. He didn't compete for several months during his high school career. Just a sophomore, but had a significant injury. Kept him off the mat for a lot of last summer and fall. So good to see him back in a tournament like this. Minute 35, hard fakes there from Wolbert. Wolbert in on a shot. Askew trying to defend, and Wolbert got to be careful here. Oh, Wolbert, they're saying Askew stepped out first, and there was a significant exchange after that happened. So 2-1, Wolbert scores his first point of the match.
Okay, all right. But he's still going to need to get to 3.
Yep.
Because of Askew's takedown there, holding criteria if Wolbert gets another step out.
That grip of Askew is tough, and this time it's on the fingers, and they're going to warn him on that. Wolbert continues to come forward. Now he's in on a shot, head inside, looking to elevate Askew, and he puts him down.
Nice
it's 3-2. Wolbert in the lead. 50 seconds left, and Wolbert looking for this lace. He's got a lock with the knees together, but doesn't have the ankles laced up. And now he's got him. This could, oh! Right before he went with it, whistled up. He needed to get that just a split second sooner, 38 to go. Big shot and into the under the table.
Two
offered, and I didn't see whether or not Wolbert was able to get his chest down, but apparently he was. Because I didn't see it because he was under the table. So 4-3 now. Wolbert now in on a single leg. Askew, good defense here. Wolbert needs to adjust. 15 seconds left. Wolbert comes up. Wolbert looking to go double overs. 7 seconds. And arm spin attempt. They're going to call a slip. 2 seconds left, though. Askew, as long as he can stay in good position, he's going to take match 1. Shot Wolbert runs out of time. So it's Nathaniel Askew, the winner in match number 1.
Yeah, big win for Askew there. And, you know, you didn't see offense from him throughout the match, but when he needed it, he got to it and was able to do enough to take match 1. I'm really curious to see how match 2 is going to play out there.
Yeah, me too. A little familiarity should make it a little more fun. And we got 70 kilos coming up next, and this is an interesting one, a real clash of styles. I saw Kyler Kanak over there, and the points were 14, and then it was 9. There were reviews. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, and it was, man, Jaden James, high-powered offense was just coming after Kanak, and everything he threw at him, Kanak was able to counter, put up big points, and yeah, very, very impressive. Tough to score on, but man, Miller gets to the legs right away.
It's going to be 2 for Melvin Miller. Miller with the gut wrench and looking for a turn. It was one way than the other, but they whistled that dead. Melvin Miller had a match that was close early, and then he was able to open it up a little bit towards the end. Both these guys Fargo champs, as was Jaden James, who wrestled Kanak. So you had 3 Fargo champs in the semifinals of this weight class.
Yeah, fun weight class for sure, and was impressed with Kanak. His counter offense was really where he made his money in that semifinal bout.
Miller looking for another attack, and he's going to take him down on the edge. It's going to be 4-0. Melvin Miller 1 minute into this thing. Miller bleeding.
And 2 very nice, smooth takedowns there for Miller.
Yeah, there are times where Melvin Miller kind of lets the match come to him, but so far this is one where he's been taking it to this opponent.
Yeah, and the key is, and the difference that I see, he's finishing quickly. He's not extending positions. He's getting to his attacks, and the finishes have been in, you know, a matter of a second or less.
Yeah. Taking care of this blood. Shot off the whistle, and Melvin Miller gets to another single leg. This time Kanak defends. Miller not able to get to that quick finish. 48 to go. shot, Knack. Miller sprawls out of there. 35 seconds left. Now 25 to go. Little dump attempt there for Miller. We're gonna head to the break. 4-0 Melvin Miller after the first period.
Yeah, just the 2 takedowns, the difference. Knack not able to get to his offense in that first period, see if he can make any adjustments in the second. But after 2 minutes, looks like Miller just a step ahead.
Miller cornered by Jody Stripmatter, Young Guns, and Bill Bassett, Bishop McCourt coach. Kyler Knack with the Immortal coaches, and Immortal, a tough club out of Iowa. There's Knack coming forward. See more and more tough clubs in Iowa popping up. For a long time, Seabolt, then Seabolt and Big Game, now Seabolt, Big Game, Immortal, and there are more coming. Alex Marinelli's working on Iowa City Club, and a lot of good things happening at the developmental levels in Iowa.
Yeah, and that's just great for wrestling overall, right?
Yeah, 100%.
More good clubs is good for wrestling.
30 seconds gone by, second period. Shot Miller. Miller taking another attack. Some of these maybe half shots, but Miller's seeing what he can open up.
There's the double. We'll see what the continuation is here. 1 from the whistle, 4 from the judge.
There's going to be a conference. Knack holding the back of his head while they're talking about this.
Yeah, they went off the mat, likely hit his head on the floor there.
If that had happened inbounds, I think Miller would have ended up with some points. He may have ended up with the only points.
Yeah, I'm curious what the call is. If it's just 1, oh, we got 2, okay. I don't think we'll see a challenge from that.
I don't think so either. I don't think Miller's corner agrees, but I don't think they think it's worth the challenge.
Yeah, I would have been, if we would have saw 4, then I think we see a challenge come out, because I don't believe that was for Knack. But 2 feels like it could be the right call. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
Edge of the mat's always tricky.
Yeah, especially in a wild sequence like that. Minute 5 to go. And trading re-attacks here, and now, oh, Miller tried to punch that underhook, get to that knee, couldn't do it.
Knack just a takedown away from being in the lead on criteria.
Miller doing a nice job controlling
nice.
this action. Wow. Woo. Couldn't elevate the single. Knack, good job squaring up.
Great defense there. Got to that ankle so clean, so smooth, but Knack able to get his way out of it, but not this time. Miller takes it out of bounds, and he is in the lead now, 6-2, just 20 seconds to go.
Knack super, super strong, and Miller has some of that deceptive power. He doesn't, I don't think he looks quite as strong as Knack, but look at that, another takedown.
Yeah, Knack was looking to go big, chest wrap, and Miller timed it perfectly in on the double. He's gonna take match 1, 8-2. Nice win for Melvin Miller, but you saw some signs of hope for Knack there.
Yes.
And match 2 is gonna be fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and there he is. Melvin Miller takes match number 1. One step closer to a U17 World Team appearance in Jordan. It's going to take us up to 80 kilograms.
We got Emmett Sherlock in the red and black, taking on Caleb Denny in the blue and black.
Yeah, Denny was in a battle in his match. His semi, I believe he gave up the first takedown and then ended up coming back to win. Sherlock might be the tallest guy in this tournament.
Yeah, him and Drayshawn Ross, who we'll see next.
Yep. Sherlock looking to get Denny's knee down. He did, but Denny still had that whizzer in there, so they're going to go out of bounds grounded. Emmett Sherlock already on the Greco World team.
Yep. Another guy looking to make 2 world teams here, and I believe he's a Virginia commit as well.
Yep. He's at Gilman School. Saw him at National Preps this year. Denny tried to go whizzer kick, but you got to kick a long way to get a whizzer kick on a guy this tall.
Yeah. Yeah, that length of Sherlock makes him a really tricky guy to wrestle in his semifinal bout. And he was caught underneath a couple times. Oh, nice job there.
Great re-attack.
He's looking to go big, but Denny reaching back, grabbing those knees.
He's got no points yet. Denny, nice job in quad pod. And oh, Sherlock close to stepping out there.
There it is.
An elbow.
So he's going to get 2, and another point's going to go up on the board for Sherlock as the activity clock expires.
Double boots in a power half, too. You don't see that a lot in freestyle.
Yeah. I was starting to say, there's a couple positions where it looked like Sherlock's opponent was going to go behind, but those long arms makes him so unconventional. He's able to defend, score from positions you normally wouldn't see.
Yeah, 100%. Sherlock gets around behind off the attack of Denny, and Sherlock has had trouble getting him down. Whoa! 4 offered, 5 offered, 4 confirmed, 7-0. That was close. I think Denny was able to turn that shoulder just enough to avoid giving up the 5, but it was close to it.
Yeah. Yeah, Sherlock, he's got that unique blend of length and power, and you saw it there. Makes him a really dangerous opponent to wrestle, and Denny's going to have to figure some stuff out here in the second.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. Second period underway. Let's see what kind of adjustments Denny can make.
Oh, shot from Denny from the outside. Sherlock locks through the crotch.
Sherlock gonna look for exposure on the edge of the mat, or maybe just a stalemate. Ooh, Denny elevates. Sherlock is so tricky. And 2.
That's going to be confirmed in what?
Yeah, 9-0.
Another wrestler coming onto our mat here. That's fun.
Yeah, I was really confused. I thought a wrestler thought that that was a tech and that he was up, but it was from the other mat.
Arm spin, white paddled. Stand him up.
Denny frustrated. He wanted that takedown, but Sherlock using that Greco savvy, and now he's in on a shot. Could this be the match ender? Nice job, Denny. Caught that foot, and now Denny looking for a step out. Denny's gonna get it. 9-1.
Minute 2 to go. Sherlock looks like he might be fading slightly, but holding that 8-point lead, Denny's going to need to do a lot here in the final minute.
Denny taking ground. Denny in deep on this shot. Now Sherlock gonna look for an exposure. He got a really slow exposure when he was defending in this position last time.
We're gonna see 2 red.
And here comes a challenge cube. They're gonna say those were they're gonna ask for those to be Denny's points. So they'll take a look at this. 18 seconds left.
Yeah, I feel like we might see 2 and 2 here.
Yep, we'll see.
I'm also not sure, you know, on the edge of the mat, if you're able to, you know, after points are scored, I know there is a rule, you might not be able to get 2 and 2. So it might just be 2 for one wrestler and not 2 for the other, depending on when they went out of bounds.
Either this match is over or we'll have 18 more seconds.
Yeah.
Getting down to the end of this first round of the best of 3.
Wow, confirmed.
Okay.
I'm surprised by that one, but either way, Emmett Sherlock gets the 12-1 win.
Sherlock 1 match away from a world team.
And now moving up to 92 kilos, we got Elijah Diakomahalis in the blue and Drayshawn Ross in the red.
And the officials are doing a line change here, so.
Yeah, wait just for a second here. These 2 wrestled, I think I was telling you earlier this weekend, I was introduced to Drayshawn Ross after he won U17 freestyle 2 years ago, and he beat Elijah Diakomahalis there. And I saw the match, I was like, man, who is this kid? Drayshawn Ross. He's the favorite here. I'm curious to see if Elijah Diakomahalis can give him any kind of trouble in this best of 3 finals.
Yeah, he's star football player as well as wrestler. He's 2-time state champ in Iowa as a sophomore in wrestling, and was getting D1 offers after his freshman year.
Yeah, you see, you know, the frame that Ross has, so much length, definitely a size advantage here over Diakomahalis.
Hard snap there for Drayshawn. Nothing doing, back to their feet. Nice attack there from Ross. 2 offered and confirmed. They're out of bounds. Drayshawn Ross, you know, if you're under 17 years old, he's just not like anybody you're gonna wrestle against.
Yeah, special athlete for sure. Can blow through you with a double. Also, we saw there, nice single leg.
Shot, Diakomahalis. Ross kicks out of it and caught Diakomahalis in the head, so he's collecting himself there. And Drayshawn over in the corner, talking with Adam Fellers. Imagine we're kind of in concussion protocol right now for Diakomahalis. Going to make sure that he's He's ready to continue.
Yeah, looks like good to go.
41 seconds left.
Yeah, Giacomo Hollis, nice job getting the single there, but Ross able to kick out, and now Ross gets the single, finishes with a double.
Can't get that turn though. Good parterre defense from Giacomo Hollis. And now Drayshawn looking for a lace, not gonna get it. Giacomo Hollis, a junior, committed to Cornell. And attention for the finger fight against Drayshawn. That'll do it for the first period. 4-0 Drayshawn Ross.
Yeah, just the 2 takedowns. Giacomo Hollis close to scoring on the 1. Ross, what also makes him so dangerous, he just finishes so quickly. When he gets to the leg, it's like those long arms, he's all over you. How do you defend someone like that? Nice throw by.
Gosh, man, he makes that throw by look too easy. Now with the gut wrench, he's digging it in and he's gonna get it. It's 8-0. Can he get one more turn? Out of bounds. 8-0. Drayshawn Ross, the takedown away from ending it. Giacomo Hollis gonna have to try to claw his way back into this thing. Shot Giacomo Hollis. Now he's in deep. Deepest attack of the match for Giacomo Hollis. Doubles transition to a single. He's locked on that leg and he's gonna get one offered and confirmed.
All right.
8-1. He's able to get those knees off the mat and got the point. Ross, head outside. Giacomo Hollis locked through the crotch. Can he get an exposure here? Good job, Giacomo Hollis threatening, and Drayshawn just couldn't finish that.
Just 50 seconds to go now.
Go behind attempt, and Drayshawn still on that foot. Gonna try to pick this up. And there's the takedown. 10-1. Nice finish on the edge there for Drayshawn Ross. Shot Giacomo Hollis. Ross trying to defend, goes around behind, and that'll do it. 12-1. Drayshawn Ross takes match number 1.
Yeah, great offense there on display for Drayshawn Ross. And, you know, you saw Giacomo Hollis get close to scoring, but the length, the power, just too much there. And Ross, really impressive 12-1 victory.
Here come the Biggity boys, 110 kilos.
These Biggity boys are some diggity dogs, that's for sure.
Yeah, Dean Bechtold, tough guy from Pennsylvania. He's wrestling Michael Mako, who's in the blue, from Florida. Mako, Fargo champ last summer. Shot Mako, Mako adjusts up. Bechtold's threatening with his chest wrap. Mako able to pick him up. And Mako gonna dive out of bounds. 4 offered and confirmed.
Almost into the camera. and the photographers over there.
Yeah, Allison Schwab, Richard Emmel, they were in some peril.
Yeah, they thought they were safe. Not with these biggity boys.
No. Man, that was crazy how Bechtold had a chest wrap and Mako just picked him up.
Yeah, you see the strength, the power there. And was it last year, Fargo? Oh man, so nice. He can go big, and then he can also attack low. Makes him such a dangerous big man. I was gonna say, was it last year or the year before at Fargo where everyone's eyes were kind of open to the human highlight reel, Michael Mako?
Last year, yeah, he was on last year. Tail end of his freshman year last year, now a sophomore. Look at that, go behind. 8-0. Mako had he ended up with a tech at the end of the match against Jacob Levy in the semis, but Levy actually scored first, and it was fun and competitive for a little bit. Bechtold underhook, driving forward. Oh, there's that drag. Mako is so good at that drag and gets the step out. Bechtold started the hand fight before the whistle. Mako shoved him and he got the attention. Hand fight now. Shot, Mako.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's gonna be 4.
And Bechtold knew as soon as he was put down, he's like, all right, that's the match.
Yep.
Impressive win there from Michael Mako. Takes match 1, 13-0. That's a statement win there. And that does it for our first 10, and we are rolling right into round 2 here. We go from the big boys back down to 45 kilos.
The little boys. Sanchez and Kenny.
Really, you know, match 1, pretty close. And then Sanchez got to his dump. And I think it was only 2-1 at that time, maybe 3-1. But then Sanchez gets the pin in match 1, and so he's just one match away.
All right, we're going to take a quick break as the officials change their staff, and so we should be back to wrestling here before too long.
one that was over there. I know, I should have called Neil out. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Situation. Had he been the loser that was doing that? That was my
We go, action underway. 45 kilograms in the red, Sean Kenny. In the blue, Sammy Sanchez. And Sanchez took match one. Like we mentioned, it was a really close match, and all of a sudden, dump to a pin for Sanchez. See what kind of adjustments Kenny has made in match two. If Sanchez wins match two, he's on the world team.
Yeah, Kenny wasn't able to get to much of his offense in that first match. We'll see if he can open up Sanchez here in match two. But early on, and Sanchez strikes first, takes that 2-0 lead.
Not only taking that 2-0 lead, but with an attack that he didn't really use in match number one. And he's got an arm bar and a half. Oh, he was getting close to running it, but must have been something on the shoulder over there on the arm bar that looked dangerous, so they stopped it. 2-0 Sanchez leads. And already changing up his offense. There's Kenny. He gets to a double leg. Little duck to a double. Sanchez locked like a headless cradle. And
that's
Kenny,
two. That's two.
White paddle.
Wow.
Yeah, surprise, no
I'm
exposure
surprised,
there.
no scores there.
Oh, wow. Sanchez going to try to roll him through. Kenny, though, going to catch Sanchez on his back, and he gets two. So 2-2, Kenny leads on criteria. Trying to get a lace, but those knees wide apart for Sanchez.
Man, I'm really surprised. It looked like Sanchez was exposed there, didn't it?
It did.
That first exchange, but then Kenny gets the 2 on the second
They
exchange.
may have ruled that Sanchez initiated that action, and so the exposure was of his own doing. I don't know. 30 seconds to go, and Sanchez looks for that outside leg. Kenny controlling that elbow underneath.
A good sign for Kenny here early, able to get to his offense.
Sanchez moving forward with that wrist and that inside tie. Kenny, though, on his knees. Sanchez runs him out of bounds. Grounded, though. 2 seconds left in the first. Heading to the corners.
It's a good first period there. He saw two main scoring exchanges. It was Sanchez striking first with the takedown, and then Kenny responding. It's a little duck to a double. Is that what it was?
Yeah, nice little duck. Ended up on a double leg, and then just persistent. Persistent in a scramble. Ended up with the exposure. Sanchez, there's that dump. Four offered, white paddle.
And then 2
somehow,
more.
and then now 4-2. So
just 2.
just 2 on that.
But
Sanchez looking for the fall.
And wow, Kenny able to get out of it. So, man, 4 and then 2 were offered, but only 2 confirmed.
Yeah, you know, if you're Kenny's corner, you're probably breathing a sigh of relief. And Matt Azevedo over there in the corner is, or excuse me, John Azevedo over there in the corner is, he's perplexed, confused why there aren't more points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, you could make the case only 2 on that first dump and then never got to a defendable position for the second. But
and Azevedo never challenged because he was so sure that just the scoreboard was wrong. And that's not how they called it, but that is how they called it.
yeah, now he's a little bit more confused. He's saying, all right, well, this is the right score. How?
I think he would have thrown the brick if he would have realized that that's how they scored it, but you know.
Check the score. It should be 6-2, correct? Should be 6-2.
Score is correct. They confirm it. So they're thinking about challenging it, but they don't, and score remains 4-2.
All right, so Kenny can take the lead with a takedown. Any 2-point score. A knee pick there for Sanchez.
Yeah, he had success with that in match 1. I believe he scored 1 takedown on that.
Shot Sanchez. .30 seconds now. Kenny needs a takedown. Sanchez, good head position. Nice little down block there for Sanchez, and there's that knee pick again. A little knee tap. Seven now, yeah.
7 now, left to go. Kenny needs a takedown.
Wow. Instead, it's a 4-pointer from Sanchez. Fired up, slaps the mat, high fives his coaches, and he is on the U17 World Team. Congratulations to Sammy Sanchez.
Yeah, impressive stuff there for him in that best of 3. Wins 2 in a row, and really every time he needed to score, he did. Clutch performance there.
All right, they're gonna take a picture with him.
Yeah, Sanchez fired up, going to Amman, Jordan this summer, representing Team USA.
All right, gonna move up to 48 kilograms.
Got Turner Ross in the red, Henry Slickian in the blue. This was a close match, just 2-0.
Yeah,
One takedown for Slickian was the difference in that first match.
Yeah, Slickian scored pretty early in that one, and it seemed like, we might see more points go up, but it was close.
Ooh, Ross gets the single.
Slickian with that shin wizard trying to defend. Wow. Nice little back hook just to free the leg, and then Slickian in on a re-attack. Try to elevate, look for a takedown.
2 offered and confirmed.
Slickian with the first takedown of the match, and I'm so impressed with the way he kicked out of that.
Crafty defense there, yep.
Another shot, Turner Ross almost had the leg. Slickian now trying to look for that short off his front head position, and now Ross pulls Slickian's head underneath, but Slickian with the tricep.
I will say, just a minute in, you're seeing a lot more offense, at least attacks, from Ross. He's trying to get the legs of Slickian. Even though he didn't finish, still a good sign.
Slickian with this short offense position, and we saw in match 1, he's really, really tough with a lead. Another shot, Ross. Slickian pulls him down into that same front head position. .15 seconds left in the first. That's going to do it. First period, 2-0. Slickian in the lead.
Yeah, again, 2-0, similar to the first match. Slickian gets the first period takedown, holding that 2-0 lead, and now it's on Ross to score here in the second.
Little go behind attempt there for Slickian off the shot of Ross. Ross, though, catches the underhook. Ross trying to work this underhook on the edge.
Go out of bounds. No score, white paddled.
Turner Ross on a really hard pace, just hadn't been able to figure out how to get to the points. Shot of Slickian, good down block from Ross.
Yeah, and that really speaks to, man, just the craftiness from Aslikian and his defense.
He's saying he got hit in the back of the head, and wants me to take a look at that. So not sure if this is injury time or concussion protocol. Here comes the trainer. And he's good. He's good.
Okay.
Minute 20 to go. Shot Aslikian. He's in. Locked low on that leg. He's going to elevate. Ross defending with the whizzer. Aslikian picks it up. And it's just tough to finish down on the mat like that when a guy's got that shin whizzer.
Yeah, you talk about the defense of Aslikian, but really, I mean, Ross has been good too. Only given up 4 points total in this two-match series so far.
Yeah, he's kept himself within a takedown of winning the match both times. Now he's got 40 seconds to do just that.
.30 seconds to go now.
Snap off the shot of Ross by Aslikian, and Ross trying to drag out. Man, that was maybe the closest he's been.
5 seconds.
Ross trying to step over. Not gonna do it. Henry Aslikian, 2 matches in a row by the identical score of 2-0.
Yeah.
He's into the World Championships, U17 World Championships.
Yeah, 2 very similar matches. 2-0. Impressive defense for Aslikian. Wins that world team spot. And he'll be representing Team USA.
Here he goes out to the mat. He's gonna take a photo. We're gonna head up to 51 kilos here momentarily. Alex Rosas and Dom Munaretto coming to the mat.
Munaretto took match 1.
I think that was just a 3-1 score.
Yeah, 1 takedown difference. Munaretto really liked getting to his underhook. Seems to be very comfortable there. We've already mentioned he made the U17 Greco team just a couple days ago, looking to double up here.
Yeah, and already a U17 world champion. Minute 25 left to go, first period. No score. Underhook, Munaretto trying to punch that by. Underhook. This is gonna put Aslikian, or excuse me, I'm still thinking about the last match. It's gonna put Rosas on the clock. And I believe it was Munaretto who went on the clock first last time. And I think maybe he learned from that, just got to his underhook and started marching.
Time to go in the clock.
Shot Rosas. First point of the match goes to Munaretto on the expired activity clock, and Rosas takes a shot. Munaretto pulls him down into short offense. See if he can get that head pinch where he likes it. He just lets go of it. Clears the tie. 20 seconds left, first period. That's gonna do it. First period, just 1-0. And you got to imagine Rosa's going to try to focus on that hand fight and stay in the middle. If he can push Munaretto around, then he will likely take the lead on an activity point. So if you're Munaretto, you got big reasons to try to find a score.
Yeah, not much to say in that first period. I mean, Munaretto gets to his underhook early. Rosas gets put on the clock, and that's it.
That is really all there was. Rosa shoots off the whistle, and man, sometimes, look at that, Munaretto steps over the leg. Oh man, this is not comfortable, but I don't know if he's going to be able to score an exposure here.
Yeah, Rosas has his arm around the body.
Munaretto, now getting both knees behind the leg, or at least attempting to. And he's close to the takedown. There's two. 3-0. And man, so uncomfortable. And they're finally whistle that up. Munaretto working that for a long time, and Rosas is like, dude, that sucked. That looked really painful.
Yeah. Yeah, really good pressure there for Munaretto. It's smart to just stay on it. Stay in that control position. But now Rosas runs to the single leg.
Great job by Munaretto, threatening with the chest wrap and then doubling down on the whizzer. Cleared the leg. Solid defense. That's what's made him sit near the top of the rankings for his high school career. Munaretto, one of those guys that's gonna hit the recruiting market here in June. Looking for a go behind now. Munaretto trying to step over, and oh, this is that same position. Rosas doesn't like this position. There's that takedown.
Good stuff there from Munaretto. Now he's just 35 seconds away, looking for a lace.
Transitions up to the gut wrench, 30 seconds. 5-0.
Yeah, Munaretto, he really does seem to fight through every position. Doesn't give up easy takedowns, easy points. And then even the points he scored in this match, those takedowns, he's really fought through some defense. And now Rosas looking to go upper body, wants a big score here, 10 seconds to go.
Short time left. And it's gonna be Dom Munaretto, double world team in 2024. He's on the Greco team, he's on the freestyle team. And oh, look at this. His dad's got a little surprise planned. He's got both plaques, because if you win both styles, you got to take the picture with both plaques.
That's right.
There he is. Congrats to Dom Munaretto. And he's going to take his picture, but I think his dad's like, wait a minute, hold on. All right, so they're going to do the solo picture, and then now. Look at that. Get the
there
double.
it is.
Get the double stop signs. Get the box out of here.
Love it. Good stuff. And, man, as soon as he got done winning Greco, he said, I want to make 2 teams this year. I want to make the freestyle team. And it sure got to feel good. After winning U17 World 2 years ago, back on the team this year.
Yeah, good for Munaretto. Now we're up at 55 kilos. Slater Hicks in the red, taking on Keanu Dillard in the blue, and Dillard got an early takedown that set the tone in match 1. It was really all Dillard after that.
Yeah, 6-0, I think. He may have added a takedown at the end, but Dillard's defense, man, defense positioning was the difference. Hicks just could not open him up.
I mentioned in match 1, he's coached by Chance Marsteller, who who not only has some of the best position in all of the United States, but also one of the best game planners there is. It's got to be advantageous for kids in that Stellar Train club. Lamar Stellar with a couple athletes in these best-of-3 finals. Dillard and then Dean Bechtold up at 110 kilos. Hicks is going to go on the clock. Five more seconds for Hicks to find a point, otherwise Dillard's going to get his, and that's what's going to happen. 1-0 now for Keanu Dillard, 34 seconds left. Man, we got the Rainey Bros up next. 5 seconds left, first period. And Dillard unable to get to a takedown in that first period, but still with the lead. You have to be careful though, with just a 1-point lead in these U17 matches. 2-minute periods, I mean, and if they decide to put Dillard on the clock, then he would give up the lead.
Yeah, curious to see the start of this second period. Dillard in that first match came out attacking in the second period. See if he does something similar here in this match.
Coming forward and trying to take Hicks to the edge. Hicks, good adjustment.
1 point offered. White paddle all the way around, so no points go up, but at least a good sign for Hicks there.
Yeah, good adjustment. Dillard was doing a lot of the work, driving Hicks to the edge, and then Hicks, good adjustment, nearly got the step-up point. Was grounded in the end. All right, minute and a half left to go. Dillard 1-0, Dillard coming forward. Dillard continuing to move forward, and second match, a little more familiarity, slowing things down a little bit here. Little over a minute left to go in this one. And it's going to be Hicks going on the clock again. Hicks needs to score here in 30 seconds.
Tough for Hicks there. Nice little duck to the legs, but doesn't get it. And I do think that's the right call. Dillard looked to be winning the hand fight, controlling the center of the mat.
Yeah, same thing happened in Dillard's semifinal. Hicks has got to find his way to something. He's got to put together more than one attack.
Yeah, now another point's going to go up for Dillard, so Hicks going to need a takedown or 2 step-outs.
Wow, Keanu Dillard. Oh, what are they going to say here? 2 red offered.
1 blue. So they're going to go 1 blue. We're going to see a challenge here.
Yeah. And that was...
And
yeah,
there it comes out.
So on the board, it's 3-0 for Keanu Dillard, but they're going to take a look at this, and we'll see what they see. It was a crazy situation on the edge, so I won't be surprised if they do go 2 red or maybe even 2 blue. What did you see?
Yeah, I'm curious if Hicks stepped out before that. He was really close to stepping out. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Hicks points, but I've been wrong before, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm curious. Curious here. I'd like to get another look at it. And on deck, I'm looking up at the board because they've been showing replays up there. Up there I see on deck Jay Rainey versus Jay Rainey.
Yeah, we got twin brothers coming up. Jordan won the first match. I think it was 11-8.
Yep. Yeah, and really the difference in that one was a takedown to 2 turns for Jordan Rainey. If Jaden's able to avoid those turns, it could be a whole different match.
All right, here we go. Just looking at the replay up here.
All right, they gotta rewind it. Okay, so that's what they're seeing is that step out right there. And they're gonna keep that score. So now it's gonna be 4-0.
Yeah,
and
so Hicks needs a 4-pointer or 2 and 2.
That was a lot more clear than I expected it to be on the replay. $15 to go. Hicks running forward. Dillard trying to stay in good position. Dillard staying in bounds. Hicks gets, nearly around behind. Dillard lands on the leg, and that'll do it. Keanu Dillard wins match 2, 4-0. He's on the U17 World Team, and man, great performance by Keanu Dillard, just really tactical.
Yeah, it doesn't give up any points in either of the 2 finals matches. You got to feel good about that. Going overseas, having really solid defense. He's going to be tough to beat.
Great game plan throughout, great execution as well. And he's going to get his picture taken with the stop sign, and then we're going to see the Rainey brothers, Jordan and Jaden. If you guys didn't get a chance to check it out on our site or on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, wherever you like to go, we got a follow along with the Rainey brothers during their Greco World Team Trials run. Both those guys got it done. Jordan was at 60 kilos. Jaden was down at 55 kilos. And now they're meeting in the finals, the best of 3 finals for the world team spot in freestyle at 60 kilos.
All right, David, who's who?
Jordan is in the red this time. Jaden is in the blue. Jordan Rainey is in the red. Jaden in the blue.
Jordan red, Jaden blue.
The video told, really the helpful thing was Jordan's got a scar. They also have different colored phones. I don't remember whose is what though.
Yeah, I don't think they have their phones out there though.
Unfortunately, no. And here we go. Jordan in the red gets the first takedown, goes right to a gut wrench. Jaden pulling on that knee. Too much of a threat for Jordan to go for it. Now Jordan dropping down to a lace. Jordan now going up to a trap arm, and they're going to stop it. 2-0. Jordan strikes first again. Jordan now underhook on the left side. And wow, there's a nice go behind one way, then the other. And Jordan looking for a turn, and Jaden reached back, and gosh, he's so dangerous with that step over. It still says 2-0. It should say 4-0. Yeah. All right. Now we're talking. 4-0.
Yeah, Jordan way more active here early, coming out with a lot of energy. And man, went slide by, then dropped down low for the single.
Two more, 6-0. Jordan in the lead.
And man, during that follow along, and you know, really all throughout the weekend, obviously they're twin brothers, but also super close. Like,
yes,
they're watching each other's matches, cheering for one another. Doesn't feel like there's a sibling rivalry at all. Feels like they are really, truly best friends.
They are. It also seems like on the wrestling mat that may go out the window.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're letting it fly for sure, battling here.
Now Jaden looking for that, and he's going to get one on the step out. So Jaden starting to cut into this lead a little bit. It's 6-1. Jaden look for that single off the elbow. Jaden picking up his pace. Oh man, nice shot there by Jordan. And Jordan gonna pick him up. Jordan gonna try to go big on the edge and gonna get
just two. Yep.
8-1. Hard tie there. These guys are brothers. They're not afraid to club each other really hard though. Double leg there, and Jaden trying to defend. He's got a wizard. Time's going to run out. They're going to go to their corners.
Yeah, they really are battling, wrestling hard. The first match they come to the table, just big smiles on their faces.
Yeah.
It looked like they're ready to have some fun. You wonder, how often do they fight? How
yeah.
You got to imagine practice partners all the time. They're battling all the time. Does it ever turn into a little more?
Yeah, I would guess so. Having brothers, I would guess so.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Shot Jordan. He's in deep, and Jaden.
Oh, Jaden steps over.
He's got a trapped arm, and that trapped arm's tight.
Takes it over once.
8-5. Oh, can Jordan defend?
And again.
Nope. Jaden gets another one. It's 8-7.
Wow.
Jordan trying to get on top here. Jaden pulling that ankle out on the edge. And knee is going to be okay here, but it's, oh my gosh, 8-7.
Okay.
Jordan wincing a little bit as he comes back.
11-8 first match. 8-7 here in the second, and still 1:30 to go.
These guys are absolutely trying to kill each other. Jordan gets to the leg. Jaden trying to defend. He's in quad pod, can't defend. 10-7. Now Jordan picks up that leg and come back up to their feet. 1:12 to go. 17 points on the board. Saw 19 on the board in match number 1. Jaden takes a shot. Jordan, good defense. Got that underhook on the right side. Jaden may be thinking about a dump here, the way he's holding that elbow. 50 seconds left. 2-on-1 now for Jaden. He's got a key lock. Jordan clears it. He did not want to be in there. Shot Jaden. Jordan looks for go behind, and he's going to get it. 12-7. .28 to go. Jordan double for 4. 16-7. Jaden tried that chest wrap, but didn't have the lock the way he needed it and gave up 4. 19 seconds left. Eight seconds left. Jaden just kind of going to stand in the middle there. Both guys take a step back.
Man, great 2 matches.
Unreal.
Jordan Rainey gets the win. He doubles up for world teams. And man, they score 19 points in the first match, 23 in the second. Put on a show there. Fun 2 matches. Congratulations to both wrestlers.
Yeah, that was an absolute brawl. And I mean, a peek into what Brooks Black gets to see like, on a daily basis.
Yeah, just amazing. A lot of fun, and you got to feel good about both guys competing on the Greco side of things, and Jordan going to on the freestyle side.
These guys are gonna hit the recruiting market in about a month and a half, and I got to imagine their phones are gonna be pretty busy.
For sure. And they didn't even have phones until last year.
That's right. Imagine getting two guys like that, you know, for package deal. That would be that'd be pretty good.
Yeah. All right, up to 65 kilos.
Now, I'm excited for this rematch. Nathaniel Askew in the red, taking on Kellen Wolbert in the blue. Askew in on another big shot, just like he was in match 1. And he gets a takedown, looking for an exposure as well, but wasn't able to get it. 2-0, Askew in the lead, and he's working on a gut wrench. Can Wolbert defend? The power from Askew was noticeable advantage for him in match number 1.
Yeah, and he's dangerous. When he chooses to go, I mean, he can, seems like he can score when he wants, but likes to also kind of hold position. And we saw it in the first match. Wolbert got a lead late, but as soon as he did, Askew responded and took over.
Hard snaps there from Wolbert. Wolbert relies a lot on his pace, but Askew's positioning helped him stay in that match. A lot of times, pace also means Wolbert is getting guys out of position and taking them off the mat, but it was not the case in this match. Minute gone by. Shot Wolbert. Askew now takes another attack, and that elbow control threatened the exposure as White paddled. And it's going to be a step out. Askew pulled him up. 3-0 now. Wolbert running forward on an attack and trying to take Askew near the edge. Oh, Wolbert, little pancake attempt. Oh,
almost.
My gosh. Jeez, great defense there from Askew. A lesser man would have gone to his back.
Yeah, so Askew holds the 3-0 lead into the break, and we've been talking about it, his positioning, his defense. 3-0 might feel like a little bit more if you're Wolbert here.
Yeah, you got to imagine. He's back to the center with 10 seconds to spare.
You got the AWA guys up in the stands here. They're fired up.
Wolbert coming forward. There's that double leg, switches to a single.
Really pursuing this.
Man, circling him all the way around the mat. Point went on the board for Wolbert for a second, and I was really confused, but no points.
No points.
You got to imagine you can see Askew go on the clock here pretty soon if Wolbert keeps pushing the pace. Now, though, Askew taking more ground in the center. Oh, nice little throw by.
Yeah, kind of over pursued a position where he didn't really have good control there. Askew still kind of held on to the arm. Seemed like Wolbert maybe shot with one arm.
Yeah, and against a guy as tough as Askew, that's a bad idea. 45 to go. Askew in control here.
Oh, pancake
man.
for Askew. That's going to seal the deal likely.
Wolbert's going to fight here, but Askew can hold him for the rest of the match right in this position. Short time left, and Nathaniel Askew, very impressive. He's on the world team at 65 kilos. Congrats to him. Awesome stuff.
Man, really impressive stuff. Great positioning and some really good explosive offense for him too. That pancake, I saw him hit that a couple times. Great 2-match series. To take out somebody like Wolbert in 2 straight matches. Impressive stuff for Askew there.
Congratulations, son.
Awesome stuff for him. He's got to get his picture taken, and then we'll be up at 71 kilos. Does Kyler Knack have a new shiner, or did he have that coming into the match?
Under that right eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that. Believe he got it in the semifinal bout.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not getting any better though as he's wrestling matches.
In the red, Melvin Miller taking on Kyler Knack. In the blue, Miller won match 1 and is some really clean attacks that helped him get it done. But Kyler Knack scored a couple points of his own, and he's got a path here.
Yeah, we saw Miller, man, really smooth offense. Couple different attacks. I'm curious, you know, for Knack, feeling at one time if it really helps him here in the second match, if he's able to shut him down a little more, or if Miller's offense is just that good.
Miller controlling center. He's got this underhook. He's going to try to run through it. And they're going to put Knack on the clock. Miller going to try to get a point here. One offered.
White paddled. And yeah, white paddles. We got a point on the board, but I thought it was white paddled.
Yeah, it was. Should not be a point on the board. All right. So, when we come back to action, Knack will be on the activity clock. I noticed Bo Bassett using that rolling start in last night's finals.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that may be a McCourt strategy coming into the weekend, because Melvin Miller's been looking at those rolling starts all day too. Knack hard collar tie. .30 seconds to go in the period, and Miller's going to get a point on passivity. Knack takes an attack, and Miller runs forward. One point on the step out for Miller. He's up 2-0. Knack is a really physical wrestler, but it's these snaps from Miller that are setting the tone.
Yeah, Miller's been on his offense this first period, not able to score any takedowns, but puts Knack on the passivity clock, and then a step out, and Knack not close to scoring there in those first 2 minutes.
Yeah. But all that being said, he's just a takedown away from the lead. Hard snap from Knack. Miller to the leg, great takedown, 4-0. Really nice low-level attack, and looking for a gut wrench. "90 seconds left. Shot, Knack. Can't get past the head hands defense of Melvin Miller. Another hard tie there from both guys. Knack running forward. Miller gonna get two. No, nothing off.
Yeah, it looks like Knack ankle injury maybe.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, he kind of turned down while he was still in bounds.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, the Bishop McCourt corner is holding the challenge cube. I don't think they're gonna throw it with an injury.
No, I don't think so either. And Miller wearing a Russia singlet.
Yeah. Yeah, Melvin Miller had his Russia singlet on now, and he had a Georgia singlet on in the previous match.
Okay. Mr. Worldwide.
That's right. Knack testing that. Looks like he's rubbing the top of his foot. Yeah, now he's moving the ankle. We'll see. He's going to give it a shot. 56 seconds to go.
Oh, wow.
Great ankle pick for 4, and the injury for Knack, that may be part of it. And there's the tech, Melvin Miller on the U17 World Team, and Bishop McCourt corner is fired up.
Yeah, Miller wins it in 2 straight. Impressive stuff for him this tournament. Looking forward to watching him compete on the world stage at U17 Worlds this summer.
Absolutely, and I mean, I think he's going to do well. Nothing new for Bishop McCourt. They've had Bo Bassett on there. He won the whole thing. Jax Forrest was a silver medalist. Sam Herring was on the Greco team. And now Melvin Miller. We got 80-kilogram action coming up. Here we go, 80 kilograms in the red, Caleb Denny, and it's Emmett Sherlock in the blue who's already on a shot. Wasted no time. Denny defending with that whizzer. And stalemate is the call. Nice little drag there from Sherlock. Denny turning down with the whizzer, and now Sherlock in on a leg. Can he elevate? Denny is controlling that ankle, able to avoid giving up any points so far. Now Sherlock switches to one leg. Denny locked through the crotch, and Denny gonna try to lift. Sherlock's got the head under the knee though, so that's gonna be tough to do.
Yeah, so a lot of action there, some nice little flurries, but no points on the board.
no points. Sherlock looking for a 2-on-1. Denny wrestles for Crash Trained.
Crash Trained.
And he's on the clock. And Ben Askren also in the corner this time around for Denny. With his bitter rival.
Nice.
Oh! Denny, single leg elevated. Goes to the body. Sherlock brings it down to the mat. Oh man, Denny tried to come out to the head, and now Sherlock defending those long arms. And Sherlock looking to take Denny to his back, two offered on the takedown.
So 2 on the takedown and then another 1 for the activity clock running out. So 3-0 now Sherlock. And man, Denny, feel like tried to go to the body, maybe should have just kept that leg up and just take what he could with the step out.
Yeah, as soon as he went to the body, Sherlock went whizzer and brought that action down to the mat. Now 2-on-1 Sherlock, he is so tall.
Yeah, it feels like he's just really frustrating, tricky guy to wrestle.
That'll do it for the first period, 3-0. Emmett Sherlock.
Yeah, Sherlock, 80 kilos right now. That's like, what, 175, 176?
Yeah.
You got to imagine he's going to be at least a 184-pounder once he gets to college.
Seems like it.
Maybe more.
Yeah, he's got a frame to build on for sure. Nice re-attack. Sherlock gonna get around behind, and there's gonna be a point for the step out. Sherlock wanted a caution and won. He offered it himself, but
yeah.
that's not how it works.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about Sherlock is very involved in the scoring.
Yes.
He had a challenge in his semifinal bout, and he was watching the screen and trying to call it as it was playing out.
He was doing similar things in his Greco finals series.
I love it.
Yeah, he's into the rules. He wants, he wants to make sure he knows what's going on. Snap attempt there from Denny. He's got Sherlock down to the mat. Denny head in the hole, trying to get this maybe a cradle or a go behind. Now he goes up to the body. Sherlock holding on to that elbow. Denny trying to step over. Denny gonna get the takedown. It's 5-2, minute 10 to go. Trapped arm for Denny.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah, he is. And Denny, oh, Sherlock gets that arm out.
5-4 now.
One turn away for Denny.
Man, this match got really interesting here.
Sherlock trying to lock up something on the other side. Whistle dead.
From 5-0 to 5-4.
Sherlock taking a minute to collect himself, maybe take a couple deep breaths. Sherlock posts on both shoulders to start the period, or start the restart. Sherlock in deep, head underneath. Seen Denny give him some fits with the ankles, and now Sherlock turns in. Sherlock locks through the crotch, and he's gonna get
dangerous
two.
There, yep.
And one for Denny, 7-5.
Denny can take it with the turn.
We saw him with the trapped arm earlier. Denny attacking the wrists, and they're gonna come back to their feet. Saw Sherlock underneath grab Denny's hand, and if they're locked, they'll see you grabbing it, but because it was the hand coming in, I don't know, it was clear that it was him grabbing the hands or if it was Denny trying to work with his hands.
7-5, 15 to go.
Double unders for Sherlock. Denny trying to get through this hand fight.
And that's gonna do it. Emmett Sherlock gets the win.
He's
makes
on, yeah, two
world
world
teams. We've seen Munaredo do it, Jordan Rainey, and now Emmett Sherlock. Great week for him. Fun match there.
Man, the double stop sign club.
Yeah.
Gaining a bunch of members this weekend.
And we haven't seen any matches go to that third match. They've all been swept.
Can I get a post?
I'm sure you're going to get a post. Yeah.
Sherlock's asking for a post. I think he earned it. Two world teams. It's pretty good.
Yep.
We'll give him a post for that.
Sherlock wants a post. Let's give him a post. Also, that's just a great name.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
Or Emmett.
I mean, Sherlock. Well, both, I guess. But Sherlock is the one that's a little more famous.
Yeah. Emmett Smith.
Yep.
All right. Up to 92 kilograms. Drayshawn Ross in the blue. Elijah Diakomahalis in the red.
Drayshawn really controlled match number one. See what kind of answers Diakomahalis has come up with in match number two. He takes a shot, and Diakomahalis hurt his shoulder. Two blue, offered and confirmed. And taking a look here. Not sure what happened with the shoulder there. Can't tell if it's dislocated or what.
Yeah, he's in on that single, and it looked like Ross attacked the other shoulder.
Tell you what, I've been to Seabolt's club. I've been to practice there. Man, super intense practices. Really, really good wrestling environment. I don't know if they have a coach big enough to go with Drayshawn Ross. They may need to get a heavyweight.
Yeah, and he's only going to get bigger.
Oh, yeah.
And Ross, he was in the finals last year. Fell short to Aiden Sinclair, who we just saw make win the U20 bracket. And Ross looking to make his first world team this year.
Diakomahalis says he's good. And I think they're going to do forced parterre. Ross going to work on a gut wrench. He's got it locked. And going to the right. Not going to get it. I kind of thought Drayshawn would be 110 kilos this weekend. Shot, Ross. Wow. Diakomahalis gets a takedown. And Drayshawn in quad pod, he's got to be careful he doesn't step out because that'll be another point. And wait, two.
Yeah, just two.
Just the two.
So Diakomahalis goes in the lead on criteria. Man, that was smooth for Diakomahalis there to get that takedown.
Ross in another shot. He's going to score this on the edge. 2 for Diakomahalis and now 4 for Drayshawn Ross.
And it's really the length for Ross. It's like, man, you try to kick away and he's right there on you. You think he's further away, but he's not.
Yeah, try to slide by there to Diakomahalis, and Drayshawn just enveloped him.
Yeah.
And now with a gut wrench, it's 8-2. 36 seconds to go, first period, 6-point lead for Drayshawn Ross.
double and quick finish, and he's got a lace. Not able to get anything going, so 10-2 now.
Looking like we're going to head to the second period. At the break. And hard to believe we haven't seen a single series extended to 3 so far.
Yeah. Yeah, in Greco, I think we saw, what, like 4?
Mm-hmm. At the Olympic trials, we saw 5 out of 6 Greco weights go to the best of 3.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's been some close matches here. You know, there's been a couple that after match 1, you think maybe that one goes the 3rd, but.
Shot, Drayshawn. He's in deep, and he's going to finish this. There it is. Drayshawn Ross on the world team. Slaps the mat. He's fired up. He was in the best of 3 finals last year, but lost to Aiden Sinclair. And now on the world team. You have to take a week off of football for that, I think.
Yeah, maybe only a couple days.
Yeah,
if he times it to travel the right way, you know. And you got to feel good about him against the rest of the world. What you've seen from him this tournament, prior to this, you know, just knowing the skills he has. Excited to see him take on the world's best at 92. I don't know if they're ready for him.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's one of those athletes that shows up and the rest of the guys in the bracket are like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
Up to 110 kilos. Action underway in the red. Michael Mako in the blue. Dean Bechtold. Bechtold, the last opportunity to extend a series. It's been 2 straight matches in the first 9 weights. Michael Mako would love to keep it that way. And there's a shot. Oh man, I'm grateful that they stopped.
Yeah.
They could have just run right through everyone. So 1 point for Mako on the step out.
Yeah, Mako won match 1, pretty dominant tech fall. And I'm curious, you know, it might be a little too early to say this, but if he wins this match here, match 2, what kind of celebration are we going to see out of him?
It's a great question, and we're going to see one.
Oh, that's not the right call there. You got to let that finish.
They said 1 blue on the step out because
attacking wrestler should be able to finish after they step out of bounds. That's, in my opinion, not the right call.
Yeah. I mean, if he wins, I don't know. His brother Peter had a pretty good dance celebration at state, and there you go. Mako gets the takedown, easy finish. Looking for a lace. It's 3-1. Oh, now up to a trapped arm and an arm bar. They're gonna come back to their feet. What, did he do a backflip in Fargo?
Backflip in Fargo, yeah.
Put some sunglasses on in state tournament. 45 seconds to go in the first period. Mako one direction, then the other. Shot, Bechtold. A trip attempt there, man. That runs in the family law. Big double leg. And it's going to be 4? Oh, 2 off.
Just 2, just 2.
No exposure there. 5-1, Mako in the lead. His father, Steve Mako, thought that should have been 4. Mako cornered by his father, Steve. Look at that. Shot. And a finish. 7-1. We're going to head to the break. Mako cornered by his father, Steve, who is an Olympian, 2-time NCAA champ, and also Zohair Al-Arak, who coaches at the Cowboy Wrestling Club. That's Oklahoma State. That's one of the schools where Steve wrestled in college. He also wrestled at Iowa. Bechtold cornered by Chance Marsteller. Second period underway. Mako to the legs. Bechtold threatens though with this chest wrap. Now Mako pulls the legs in, and Bechtold looks like he's gonna roll him through for 2. And 1 for Mako. Can he get an exposure too? He does. There's 2 more points. Another exposure. Oh, that's white paddled. 10-3, minute 13 to go. Two on one. And out of bounds, step out. Man. That's, every time he does that, it stresses me out.
David was getting ready to run there.
I wasn't ready to run physically. I was going to get crushed.
Oh.
Mako in deep.
Could do it.
Threatens, but his foot comes out of bounds. So 12-3 now. Mako a point away from ending it. Bechtold with a head pinch here. Mako changes levels. Bechtold looking close to the step out. Mako steps out.
12-4 now, 23 to go.
23 seconds left. Hard snap there for Bechtold, and he's going to get around behind. 12-6. He's got a trapped arm. 12-8. 12-10.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, 3 seconds left.
So Mako 1 point away from attack, and now Bechtold fights his way back to 12-2.
He's gonna do it. Michael Mako holds on for a 12-10 win, and he's on the world team, headed to Jordan. There's the celebration.
There it is. Just a nice little woo.
It's a good woo.
From Michael Mako. Gets the 12-10 win, and we have